Huge. Damn, so true meme song noise. Sorry for being late today. I had a lot of shit to do. I even had to leave the house for a while. Absolutely disgusting. But you know what's nice to come back to? Exiles and Paths. How you guys doing this fine evening? Hold up, what day is it? Is it Friday? Yes, okay. Unless there's any other side of the world watchers, in which case it's already tomorrow. You could imagine. A little bit of an update. Oh wait, actually, might as well click this button here. Game screen turn on. A little bit of an update. Last time we rolled in with the basically just about the first alt I've made. I generally just play one character and then, you know, we're done. But no, I got little Cabal Ritual because Cabal Coffers was taken. She's up to 15 maps at the moment. And I finally looked at what other people were doing. And it turns out there's a spirit that's really cool, although it just got, like, there's some bug with it. So it switches to a different type that's slightly worse, but still really good. Anyway, I redid the Spectres. There's only one problem with them. And that problem is you have to play with the sound off. Because they do this in town. Like, they do this everywhere. And I thought they wouldn't do it in town. But they do. And the explosive AoE ice area it's actually their worst ability. You don't want them to ever do it, but they still do. It sucks. But you know, hey, alright. Yeah, late night. Well, late night POE. What's up, CJ? I found a more powerful type of Spectre minion. These humongous hell ants. I'm all the way up to 4 of them. Plus a cleric, you know. Yeah, it's an ice technically it's an ant, I think, but it's an ice, yeah, it's a needle ant. And there's a node in the passive tree called Gigantic Following. 25% reduced reservation efficiency of minion skills. That means they cost more. Your minions are gigantic. 20% more max life and damage, and 20% bigger. I'm not convinced it's actually good, because at a certain breakpoint of that 25% more expensive, you could be getting like another one, but I don't care. We're rolling with it. Yeah, big ants. And I got 18 spirit left over, so I'm wondering if there's a single... I wonder if there's a single new, like, creature I could get. Every different type of summon you currently have out, they all get 7% more damage. And I think the only thing I could do is another cleric. But having 2 clerics is no different than having 1. I could have another skeleton warrior, I guess. You know, we'll get 2 clerics. I'm not doing anything else with the spirit anyway. Big ants. These ants are fast. They are fast. Fast ants. Am I doing a castaway? Nah. Am I doing a bloodwood? Sure. Oh, that's right. You need 4 to do the center thing. Doing that on the warrior. I'll do this one. Big ants. Are you hell diving tonight? Defending humanity. Being on the right side of history. Dude, these ants are on cocaine. Hey, get them. Fight the abyssal tide. Oh, your kingdom coming right now. 2. You dive for sure. I'm not trying to dive on stream or anything. I was just wondering what you're up to. Did that expansion or big patch come out? The one that you were talking about? Or is this like you're refamiliarizing yourself with the game in anticipation of a new patch? Which is also a thing. Oh, I got hit 1 time. That's what happens. I myself am not the most durable character, but my minions are very durable. The tale as old as time. Also hard to tell if you're standing in ground effects when when guys spam shit like that all over the screen. You're prepping for it? New game, bigger brain. Good evening. What's your opinion on frozen custard? Unfortunately, no longer live in the Midwest, so no Culvers and the like, just Freddy's. Frozen custard, I don't know if I want to call it superior to normal ice cream. I'm not entirely sure what the difference between frozen custard and ice cream even is. But it tends to be the case that places that call themselves frozen custard seem to have better ice cream. Maybe it's a marketing thing. I'm not sure. We got, what's it called? We got a good Wisconsin ice cream. I'm trying to remember what its name is. It's like Blue Door or something like that. Purple Door. It's a color and then a door. I think it's Purple Door ice cream. And it's quite good. I don't know if they ship it anywhere else besides Wisconsin, but that's a good one. We're kind of a dairy state after all, so our cheeses and ice creams are, I would say, above the norm. If you're trying to get good stuff, obviously you can get cheap shit anywhere, right? And our cheap shit sucks just as much as everybody else's, but you get some real stuff and it's quite nice. Anyway, that's my opinion. Good question. What are you working on tonight, Catman and other YouTubers? How? I find myself meticulously looking the ground. Because Abyss, as we've seen, extremely deadly. Because the rewards are so overpowered. And there's like green slime on the ground, little green circles. And if you stand in them, you die in a little under a second. And it doesn't matter if you press your health potion or not, it'll kill you through that and it won't even slow it down. I've died to that a lot. I'm gonna be honest. But also, big rewards. Tweaked your last Epoch build and you're giving Endgame a real shot. Start to click. I've only heard about Last Epoch. I haven't seen like gameplay. I'm not sure too much about it. This guy goes invincible for a while and I'm not sure why. Give me the stuff. What are you playing in Last Epoch? Are the classes, I suppose it's probably similar to your typical ARPG style archetypes for classes, I guess. I would imagine. Glad to see you enjoying the game so much, Mr. Well. Happy to see your streams so often. Yeah, I'm doing an everyday sort of stream thing. I'm trying that out. I guess all I needed was a game that was really fun. And then I'm kind of like looking forward because I'm like, damn, I want to play POE. Click the go live button. What a good patch this is. Dude, the game's not even out yet. And it's great. And I muster up a complaint or two, as I'm wont to do, you know. And then the very next patch, they, like, address exactly that. And they don't always succeed, but it's like, I appreciate you're addressing the actual problem, you know, like the thing that I didn't like, instead of, oh, you know, just ignoring it or something. It's great. One of my biggest problems with Path of Exile was all of the loot acquisition was too random. Was way too random and way too rare. And they give you a bunch of crafting stuff, but it's not really crafting stuff. It's actually just a line of slot machines that an 89-year-old woman hooked up to an oxygen tank, removing the oxygen from her mouth briefly so that she can inhale a cigarette, Virginia Slims, and just mashing the slot machine button as her reverse mortgage money goes away, her grandchildren's inheritance money just like sand through the hourglass, you know. That was like crafting. I'm like, this is terrible. I hate this. Now you can have no crafting in an ARPG. I'm actually fine with that, but then stuff needs to drop ever, right? And you can have an almost entirely crafting ARPG where technically loot drops, but it's not really loot. It's just like bases and a whole bunch of mats. But if you go all crafting, then I feel like it should be, or if you go all mats and stuff, I would think that it should be kind of deterministic. And if you go all loot drops, then, you know, whatever. Anyway, it was like halfway between. And then in this patch, they're like, oh yeah, we added a whole bunch of abyssal stuff, so you can more reasonably build stuff out of it. It almost has crafting, I would say. I mean, the only way you can truly craft in this is, like, let's say, you know, Alkaiser can probably craft, Ben can probably craft. You know, people who play literally 18 hours a day professionally, you know, and are at the absolute max, just farming the last boss. Like, they'll probably have enough resources and extremely rare crafting materials to be able to truly craft. Or, you know, swipe or no swiping. Just absolutely put a syringe into your credit card, you know, and go on some illegitimate website, .ru. What I'm saying is the materials that cause you to, like, truly craft are unbelievably rare. You'll see, like, one, probably. A league. Maybe. But then their description sounds just like, hey, it's still random, but this one part of the random thing is more likely. It's like, okay. We're moving in a great direction. Big fan. And my other complaint is endgame is a little boring. But I watched their interview and they're like, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. The game isn't out yet, and on our to-do list is making the endgame good. We haven't done that yet. This is a placeholder. And I'm like, oh, word, okay. And they're like, yeah, next patch is a big endgame patch. Sure. I'll wait. No problem. You know, just let me know you're working on it, and I'm good. I'm playing a Sentinel Void Knight, basically void damage focused paladin. Okay, so like void damage, chaos damage, darkness damage, whatever game series you're trying to go for, right? Oh, standing in the green. Using their version of Zeal from D2, sweet. 5 hits per mouse click. Classes and LE are familiar to most ARPG players. They have Paladin, Mage, Amazon, Necro, Druid. Okay, yeah, just some of the all-timers, some of the classiques. With each base class having 3 class specializations. Okay, sounds good. Wait, did I end up doing this? They're like one creature here. Yeah. These guys. There we go. I'm actually quite pleased because I thought armor would suck. It seems to be quite good. Nice. Nice when things turn out. You're like, oh man, I can see a problem on the horizon. It seems like this could be a problem. And then you play and you're like, oh no, yeah, these guys are professionals. They thought of that while they were designing the rules for it. Like, oh, they thought of that. Refreshing. It's refreshing to have devs like that. Am I just teleporting up there? You sure? Minion stuff is a pretty passive playstyle, but actually not really. I'm not like ever fighting. Like I have a curse if there's a boss, right? And I can bloodlust everyone if there's a boss, but in general I'm just not doing stuff. Which is I think the ideal minion playstyle, or at least their goal. But the difficulty of playing a minion build is that since you're not doing anything and you're really fragile, it's both of those at the same time, you are extremely fragile and you never have to really do anything. And what that means is, as you're playing, you can get complacent. You're just like, yeah, I don't do anything, whatever. And then your mind starts to wander and you stand in something and get hit a single time and die from full life. And so you're fighting against complacency when you're playing a minion build. That's the real boss. I saw Eris was playing this game because he's a known ARPG enjoyer. He's the right age for it, and by that I mean old. But I believe he got into him late. Like, he never played Diablo back in the day or anything like that, and he got into him recently. Like, he played Path of Exile for the first time ever, like, only a few years ago. And then he played Diablo Resurrected. He likes the gambling part of it because he is a gambler at heart. At heart and mind. Yuzu's playing through. Yuzu loves POE. She got kind of super into it in season 1 and was playing like on a team of people. So yeah, maybe surprisingly, maybe unsurprisingly, Yuzu's fucking into it and has been. Hey, that's why Yuzu's good. She's one of the good ones. Am I right? Fire resist? Straight degenerate about it. Oh, I thought that would connect. Sans Spiat. Yeah, alright, sure. I mean, the XP zone over here where I made everything give... The bosses give like 88% bonus XP. I did the tower overlapping thing, which, speaking of them changing the endgame eventually, I hope that's gone. I feel like the towers on the map, it's a good idea to have such a thing as towers. It feels like you're pushing back the darkness, you know, and lighting the towers. You get to choose your route, you know, as you're exploring and stuff. The towers have a map. Like, all that stuff seems reasonable to do. But I don't think the towers should juice stuff. Maybe that's my sticking point. I don't know what they're going to do. I know a lot of people complain about towers. I don't think towers should juice. Creates like a perverse, like a negative emotional feedback loop that you wouldn't expect, but it makes sense when you think about it. Of like FOMO and wasting time. Yeah, calling for aid in Gondor and stuff. Yeah, like that. Let me see if I can explain it. So here's the map, right? And this is a tower. When you win at a tower, you can put stuff in it to make this circle that you can see here with this orange. It juices up all the maps in there. Well, some of them randomly. And it gives them like, oh, bonus experience, bonus loot drops, bonus whatever. So it makes a bunch of random maps within the zone of the tower extra worth doing, in other words. And sometimes you can get two towers right next to each other, and so you overlap the juice, and then you get just ridiculous, you know, bonuses on your stuff. But the problem with that is now every time you're ever doing a map that doesn't have a tower next to it, or doesn't have two towers overlapping, there's this feeling of I'm wasting my time. Everything I'm doing, all of these little ones as I'm traveling to the next tower, I just want to get it over with. It's such a waste of time, right? Like, I should just run past everything, because I just got to get to the next tower and then get an overlapping, and then I can like play the map. So it makes every map feel like a chore. Because it's sort of like the idea of like a tier list, I guess. You know, because there exists something that is the best, everything else is trash, like comparatively. And that's just how people think, whether or not, you know, depending on how true it is, that's just how people feel naturally, I guess. And I get it. And so anyway, I don't think the towers should make the maps better. I think the towers should have to do with exploration more. Something like, you can't actually move past the light. Like, it just stops you. You can't do a normal map to get into the visual zone. You know, you need towers to reveal it so that you can actually travel there, maybe. Something like that. Have the towers point the way to the next citadel. Because you have to do the citadels for the pinnacle bosses, and you have to get the keys for it. So maybe the towers are the things that point you to the way towards them, or both. And so I think the incentive structure for towers ought to be something like that. Like, it allows you to travel beyond the black wall, or it points you in the right direction instead of randomly wandering. But not, you know, anytime I'm doing a map that doesn't have two towers next to it, it's just shit, and I'm running past it, and it makes it feel bad. But I'm sure they got ideas. I'm sure they got better ideas. I'm just thinking out loud. Oh, Sweet ghost turtle. There he comes, Guardian Turtla. Oh, he's big. I appreciate the new skills and stuff they let us use. They tried to juice up the warrior fire skills. That's actually kind of weird, you know? They're like, the fire skills in warrior weren't really cutting the mustard. And I'm like, the fire skills are like the best thing to do. Perfect strike is the best single target ability the warrior has, and it's a fire skill. So it was weird how they framed it. They're like, fire skills suck, we need to juice them up. And I'm like, well, I don't know. There's like 2 fire skills, and one of them is okay if you build into it, and the other is the best single target. So that's weird to say. But ultimately what they did is fine. They came out with a Fisher ability, and that shit sucks unless you're spamming like 3 to 5 totems and having all 5 of the totems spam Fisher, and then it's okay. But that's, or actually it's quite good then. But it's weird that you have to be able to build something around casting a spell 5 times a second to make it good. You know, so the guy leveling up, holding his little molten hammer, running around and clicking Fisher 1 time and watching monsters, like that's not gonna work. But it just makes you think, like, man, it's hard to balance around somebody just legitimately using it as an attack with their one thing, or making a crazy build, and you have to somehow make both of them reasonable. Seems hard. How do you make something good if you just use it once versus someone else who can use it 5 times a second? Like, how do you balance those 2 things? I became stunned. I don't think you can. And some might say, well, you don't let the person spam it 5 times a second, obviously. But I supremely disagree. That's fun. You want to let people do their cool combos. That would balance it, right? Like, that is a solution, but you know, that's kind of like Age of Sigmar balancing, you know. No fun allowed. Do it once. Hard limit. You can't even take 2 guys and have both of them do it. It's once per army. Stuff like that. It makes it quite balanced, but it also makes it hella boring. You're 3, huh? Hey, you guys are doing great. Crazy ants. Nope.
Yes, I have many such.
That's not it.
So it is.
Tier 3, though. Kind of neat. There's a little thing on the ground here. What is that? Oh, it's just money.
No.
Double loot up for that one. Orange shit.
We need to collect more.
Disenchant.
Find more rich remnants for
I'm getting a lot of materials. Is it time for another ascendancy? No. I think I'm still quite far away from that. Damn, I got some crazy damage mods here that my poor team has to live through. And me. A little bit me as well. What did I just do, Castaway? Seems like a shame too with like drop chances on stuff that can't drop in a Castaway, so I guess no. Let's go to Bastille Days. I have half a mind to bind a mouse button to minions attack this direction. Their AI sometimes leaves a bit to be desired. And it'd be nice to just be able to direct it in any case. I appreciate how fucking fast they are. The speed. I had the Val bomb lobbers before, and that was very good. But the problem with it, they were so slow. They had to run up and then stop, and then they would sit there for a second, and then they would throw the bomb, and it would be thrown through the air. And then oil slick. And then finally blow up. It just took too long for them to start attacking. Now for bosses and stationary enemies and Abyss, where you just stand somewhere for a little while and fight a line of enemies, they were even, like, they were very fine. Probably better even than this. Because if you got to stand still for a while and you had to defend a position, they would just blow up the entire screen continuously forever. Giga. But like running around and fighting from one pack to another, it was very slow. And these guys are better at that. Somebody shoot that guy. Thank you. Exceptional bulwark tower shield. Interesting. What level are Val gloves? Oh, pretty low. Okay. I don't need more on. I don't need an unset ring. Tier 5 coat. Tier 1 evasion and reduced ignite duration. Tier 1 evasion pretty good. Dude, that guy's got a big sword. He looks cool. Nice one. Two more down there. Let's go. To me, my ants. Get them. Though acceptor, no thanks. I like the ones that have skeletons on them. Just for extra bodies between me and enemies sometimes. I feel like the other scepters are maybe for like whatever paladin class eventually shows up. Turtle. I think the red goopy maps are kind of cool because every other pack, when it dies, it gets resurrected as other guys. You get to kill twice as many guys. So I appreciate that. When you cleanse it, I know it turns into fractured stuff. I'm not sure what they call it, but it's some like cool gearing thing. I haven't explored it that much. So like killing the red guys so much. Maybe that's super wrong. I'm not sure if you're supposed to beeline it to the center and just kill that middle thing or not. Maybe you deal with that when you're not trying to like overtly level quite so much anymore. Where to? Right there. Something might be here too. I got a skill point. Let's go. Where was I spending these now? Energy shield recharge rate. That's actually pretty good. Something I might go for. Increased energy, faster start of the energy shield recharge. That's actually the thing. That thing seems pretty good. Faster start, huh? Recharge rate. Faster start. Yeah, maybe I'll go up to dependable ward, perhaps. I only have like 2 more nodes that do minion damage anyhow. Maybe it's time to pretend like I'm trying to keep myself alive, right? Maybe that's fine. Ooh, Exalted Orb. That was worth going. Alright, last 2 rares. That guy. And that guy. What a soothing experience. Sure, I'll do a strong box right at the end. Why not? Nice.
Speak.
25% quality, but it's level 54. Bum 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 bum. Wow. They did say they added exceptional bases, and I have seen a few of them. For the Giga crafting super crafters. Good place to start with. Maybe I'll clear this thing. And then go through the white maps where it's like fractured stuff. I think it drops a lot of essences. Or no, that's the thing where it locks a random ability in place that doesn't get, and that thing can't be fucked with. So you get like a two-hander that has +6 to skills on it, and if you get lucky and roll to protect it, then it's, whenever you're using all the other random ass crafting things, that one is at least safe. And so eventually, if you had infinite resources and wealth, you could eventually guarantee like coming up with something pretty sick.
Good eye. Let's run that wisp down.
What's up, Delwyn?
Spirit, where are
You got a spirit around here? Or are you just chilling?
to see you?
Okay, he's just chilling. That's fine. That's fine too. Damn, that spirit shit was so bad. Because they came out with Dawn of the Hunt and they're like, hey, the league mechanic are these spirits that are slow as fuck. And give the enemies abilities that are hella annoying. And that's it. I'm like, oh, okay. I was hoping that wouldn't be how POE2 seasons were. I started thinking, oh no, was it all true? Luckily, Abyss fixed that right up. Hey, get stunned. And killed. You used a health potion in the middle of that. That thing really worked. Not a meme either. She lived for a long time after that. Maybe it'll be like Windows. Oh no. Am I dead? No, I'm not. It'll be like Windows, where every other Windows is good. Just about. And so every other POE2 season, like, half of them will be Dawn of the Hunts, because they got other shit to work on. And then half of them will be Rise of the Abyss, where they're just goated. More Val gloves. Oh, cool. It procced the thing. Hell yeah. Check this out. Okay, Atlas passive tree. I'm moving towards strong boxes because I think strong boxes are fun. The super rare ones that give you currency and shit are sweet. And I took this note. Strong boxes in your maps have a 15% chance to be openable twice. And this is the first time that procced. I opened this one, completed it, and now I get to open it again. It's a shame that it procced on such a normal one instead of one of the Giga ones, but I'll take it. Free real estate. Oh damn, thanks for the perfect orb of transmutation and shit. Gelid staff. Got to the Abyss place. I love how there's an Abyss in every map. They could have made it so much worse, like, and every once in 4 maps or once in 10 maps, you'll find an Abyss. Nope. Every map. That's fun. Greater Exalted Orb, I'll take it. Wait, was that a jawbone? Yeah, okay. For the weapon. The Money Melon is the one that can affect jewels. Those are the rare ones that everybody wants. Or not jewels. What was I thinking? Amulets and rings, yeah. I guess technically jewels as well, but generally amulets and rings. The problem with it affecting an amulet, well, it's not really a problem. It's only a problem for the auto 6er ones. There's that multi-shot that you are gaining the benefits of. Oh no, it got me anyway. I don't know if I got stunned there or what. Oh, maybe it was, sometimes you're trying to roll and it thinks you want to sprint. And it's actually a really common thing. And so naturally you just sprint into a group of guys and instantly get heavy stunned and die. But I think it's just getting used to the sprint system. Okay. I want to go down there. That guy. That guy.
Yes. Who sent you? What do you need?
Now this is a rather striking forest. Obey me! Death is my power to me.
Up your work. Valuable.
Big. 49? Nope.
Who sent you? You feel nuts?
This thing again? Nope. Cool. My next waypoint. Is it time to do chaos? Maybe it is time to do chaos. I meant to sell that.
Have you found more? I serve.
Yeah, let's do a chaos or two. I need to farm up a bunch of those things anyway, right? Inscribed ultimatum. I'm gonna do a few of them and probably fail at a few of them, so I'll just get a bunch of them here. Hold on to that one for me. Temple of Chaos. Let's spin the wheel to die.
Where will your choices bring you? Two wins is barely a reputable streak.
Monsters can't be slowed or stunned. That sucks for bosses, but otherwise I don't care. Deadly volatiles and a shade. All right.
They grow unstoppable.
Boss fights are going to be much harder. And one of the gems on my nettle ants do nothing. Does nothing because they can't stun. So I'll just take that out. And give them something else. Feeding Frenzy, muster rapid attacks. Stun buildup. What else can I give them? That I just have lying around. Yeah, we'll give him heft, I suppose. That's why it's in here, just in case. There. Impact shockwave gone because it's turned off.
Challenger, prove yourself worthy of chaos.
Room complete. Hey, so far so good. I'm gonna do 10 of them.
I need more mana.
Interesting. Once I eventually get the 4th ascendancy, my character will be even more fragile because
Oh, wipe that
it
smile
keeps
off your face.
reserving parts of your life. Let's see. Massive crits. Elemental resistances down. No, I rather like my resistances. Or 20% of damage is extra chaos. Well, looks like we're getting crit.
For the heart.
Time to get crit. Once again, simply don't get hit.
Don't die.
Heft might almost be better anyway than the armor explode AoE thing because their AoE is so small. Well, it's not that their AoE is small, I'm just used to Warrior. The Warrior's AoE is the biggest in the game. You just have a shitload of AoE nodes just everywhere. So maybe I'm spoiled with that Warrior blow up the screen shit. You know, instead of keep that thing in my inventory, I could just put it in a different socket. If I have enough strength to do that anyway, which I do. But I might forget about it if it's not there. That's my problem.
We are only
What
getting
next?
started.
Monsters have big resistances, but I don't care. I don't use elemental stuff. Monsters grant no flask or charm charges. Damn, that one's really good too. I got 2 freebies here. I think I take drought.
Your thirst will never be quenched.
This is a lucky run so far.
Follow the path.
I haven't been forced to take any, like, run-destroying thing yet. Lucky. There's essentially, like, 3 different things that it could be. It could be, like, the run is dead. Just bullshit stuff, like you're an armor character and you lose your armor, or like you can't evade attacks anymore and you're like a evasion character or something like that. And then there's just pure annoyance that will eventually get you killed, like the circles plus the other circles plus the lightning circles plus the turrets, you know, just playing Toho suddenly. And you will fuck up eventually. Hey Bugs, can you go over here and can somebody shoot this guy? Thank you. Next.
This is just the beginning.
Monsters always crit. Buffs expire 3 times faster and debuffs expire 3 times longer. 40% less defenses, which includes energy shield, I'm pretty sure. I don't care about buffs or debuffs. I just don't. Damn, what a lucky run so far with these affixes.
I accept your challenge,
Your might
ancient one.
against this magnificent beast.
Got him.
Feeble.
You may possess strength after all.
Entangling, that's death. Blood globules, you can defend against that. And the turrets are super annoying. I think grasping vines will just eventually get me killed, probably. So we'll go with the blood globules. I can at least dodge those. Unless I fuck up, and then I won't, but, you know. Got the opportunity. I'm not required to stand in one spot to do any damage like warrior, so I can just run around, which gives me the freedom to more effectively dodge stuff, or be less risky, I guess. There's the globule. Tier 4 Great Club, very intriguing. I will monitor that. I'll monitor that drop later. Interesting. Following this. This is gameplay what happens when you accidentally leave the coke out on the counter when you got ants. Yeah, dude. They are blazing. They are so fast. I'm trying them out. I used to use the Val guys to throw the bombs. And I really like them when you could be stationary because they just blow everything up. Like, fill the entire screen with explosions forever. Really good AoE. But they're actually kind of slow, and they're very slow to start attacking stuff. And that's rough when you're trying to just run through places or go from one pack to another. Good on bosses for sure, but like not good when you're trying to run through stuff. And so I'm trying out what is known as the cocaine ants, and I agree. Don't stand in the lightning storms. I mean, monsters with energy shield is kind of okay because my guys are doing so much damage, but I mean, why chance it?
Lightning descends.
I'm finally playing a ranged character for once. Just don't stand in the shit.
Blood is the key.
One of those quotes that someone will clip for when I die in the future to not standing in something. I've made my peace with that. There's the zone. Oh wait, that's not a lightning zone. That's the zone I have to kill guys in. Okay, yeah, to juice this up. Almost forgot this mechanic. Don't stand in the thing. Oh, you know what? The problem with the Lightning Storm one, and the reason I shouldn't have taken the Lightning Storm one, is that, can you see right now the Lightning Storm ruined on the ground? Like, kinda. Right here. But it's hard to see when this is like all of this is happening. Maybe I should have just given my enemies an energy shield. Maybe that was the right call. Can I stand in it and then move? Maybe that's considered filled up. Dude, they're so fast. Frost always seems like a bug instead of a feature when there's that many of them. Too much ground clutter. Yeah. I mean, it's the same. It's the ability that the monster you capture had when he was a real monster instead of a spirit. But I sure wish you could turn that off. I sure wish you could tell them not to use it. It doesn't do a lot of damage either. So it's just bad, and it obscures your view, and it probably just gets you killed by not being able to see ground stuff. Always dealing crits is a lot different than sometimes dealing crits. I'll take more damage over time. Conceivably, I kill the boss fast enough so that the damage doesn't matter. Conceivably. Although this boss does like to fly up, so there is that. Yes, he does like to fly up. Alright, where did you land? Where are you? There you are. Got him.
Chaos certainly has a strong
Oh,
imagination.
definitely almost died there. And there. From picking up loot. There was poison on the ground that I could not see because of my own creature's abilities. However, I should have known it was there because he did spray the ground. You know, you watched him spray.
Display of might.
Now we get large lightning runes. I think that's okay. I think that's better than getting auto crit every time.
Twice.
If you can believe it, this is far less ground clutter than the previous specters I was using, which was the Val Guards.
Stem the tide.
Like, you can still kind of see the ground through these, right? And they go away. It's a cyclical thing. With the Val Guards, the entire screen was just a flame. It just looked like a molten lava texture, and you actually could not see the stuff underneath it, which was becoming a problem for a little while.
Death, take you.
Give him the shimmy. Get me out of here. Alright, 9 out of 10.
Get this far, mortal.
What do we got? Monsters have plus 40 to all resist, or they always crit, or the globules get worse. I don't do elemental damage. These guys are physical. So, fuck it. We ball. Give me the resist. This has been an extremely lucky set of affixes. So much so that I'm nervous because I've just been getting so lucky with them.
Death is my power to wield.
They are in. Proceed, hero, into Terror's lair. Our last boss is the bird boss, the one that summons the tornadoes.
Don't expect the next round.
No, wait, that was the first one. This is the boss that vomits up the dog creature, I think. Reduce life, mana, energy shield, recovery rate. Maybe that's fine because it's a boss. Several statues that petrify you. I don't want to be petrified. And then blood globules, huh? I don't like any of these. I think globs. I think we glob the knob on this one. Simply avoid them, right? That's the trick. Tornado boss sucks ass. I hate it. Yep. It's annoying. Especially for a melee character. You gotta run out immediately.
Will you prove to be food or fate?
Boss can't be stunned, which is a problem, but luckily it can be killed. Nope, so can I. Alright, you got me. Well, pretty close. Bled me out with the bleed. And me with a poison charm instead of a bleed charm. Well, hey, good run. It was a good first try. Made it all the way to the end boss and killed him, and then died to a bleed. I knew I was getting too lucky with those affixes. Damn, this thing kind of sucks. I mean, increased elemental damage is cool. Last league, not this league. Tier 1 physical damage add is actually kind of sick. I might try to 3-to-1 that. Or combiner. I already have those? No, I don't. Okay.
Have you found more of what do you need? Collect
How
more.
many of the end things do I have? Oh, I only have Deadly Fate in any case. So I gotta run this several times to get the other ones. Unless I just want to acquire them via currency. Are they super expensive? I wouldn't even know. How much is Cowardly Fate? Oh, it's not that bad. Alright. 15 Exalted Orbs. Take it.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Oh, you're gonna change your price 1 millisecond after I press the button? Okay, fuck you. And then making sure I have the right ones. We go left, middle, right. Victorious is 15.
All right, your order is registered.
Alright. Now I only have to beat the whole thing once. Instead of, like I did on my Warrior Season 1 and 2, I had to run this thing like fucking 20 times to get one of each. I had so many, like, left-handed ones. I had like 7 left-handed ones, 2 middle ones, and just no right ones for days. Because they are random as to what order the boss goes up in. Oh wait, I have to close the previous trial first, or what? Sub area no longer exists, and I can't open and close it. Cool. Did that work? Yes. Alright, Alright, trial begin.
Smiles
Attempt
upon
number
victorious.
2.
Will that be you? Will this trial cause your downfall?
Buffs and debuffs. Start with a free one. I'll put my Aftershock stuff back on until stuff can't be stunned anymore.
Challenger, prove yourself worthy of chaos.
I mean, maybe it's not worth using the Aftershock thing anyway because the single target is fine. It's not like these areas become that dense. It's not like you're breaching. Maybe it is just better to have Heft on for chaos. I think I decided that it actually is. I think it's just better to have Heft on, always. Like, there just aren't enough guys next to each other, I don't think.
Don't get overconfident.
Less defenses. Oh, perfect. Monsters no flask. Hey, another lucky runs. 2 out of 2 free ones that don't do anything. Good shit. Nice start.
Don't die.
Dude, the cocaine of these ants. I actually like it. If they didn't do the stupid frost shit, this would be like the perfect pet. Room complete.
Don't give up so early.
AoE and projectile speed. Another free one, I don't do that.
Out of reach. Don't fall behind.
Three out of 3. What luck. Actually, that shit sucks when I'm on my warrior. So maybe I'm just thinking about this wrong. Like, it's not necessarily that the witch is lucky by always getting, seemingly getting just a really high amount of negative affixes that I don't care about at all. It's not that she's lucky. It's just, like, she's good. She isn't crippled by too many affixes. Like, that's what it means to be, like, a good class, maybe. That being said, I clicked that one node that makes me take more damage the longer the fight lasts, and then I got bled, which ignores energy shield once you're bleeding, and I did die to it, so there is that. Nice well.
Don't give up so early.
Grasping Vines, that's gonna suck. Invulnerable Shade and 3 chaos damage, and I'm not capped. Ooh, that sucks. I think Grasping Vines is actually more deadly than
They bring night's madness.
low resistible Super Dam. I think. Comes the bird.
Don't stare for too long. Challenge.
Get stunned. And you are dead. Good fight. Nice work, champ. You'll get him next time.
True display of might.
Deadly lightning, big crit. Move out of the way of shit. I'm gonna do the crit thing.
Gossamer.
Monsters don't have that high of a crit % chance to start with, actually. And so increasing it by 300% sounds scary, but really it's like, I don't know, maybe they have a 5% crit rate and it becomes 15 or something. Like, it's not that crazy. Or even 10 to 30. It's the critical rate number 2 that's the problem, because then it jumps up to 100% chance. Gem Cutter's Prism. Ooh, maybe I have 4 of them now. Oh, he's big. And he's mad. But he had a lot of HP.
Almost there.
Monsters cannot be slowed or stunned. Aw, that's too bad. I'm probably gonna have to choose that one too. I think I want to have monsters be able to get stunned, because then the bosses are extra easy. And I died to a boss last time, so maybe I just dodge the globules again. We dodge the glodge.
May their blood fuel your progress.
Because if the last boss was stunnable, I would have probably not died. Among a bunch of other factors. Like maybe just not get hit by that thing, although I didn't actually see what hit me. But that's sort of on me. Yeah, I like the ability to stun. It's not like a deal breaker like it is on the warrior, but it does matter. I was going to dodge out of the way of that guy, but he actually died because the ant just fucking stabbed him mid-charge. Thank you, ant. They are not friend-shaped, but they are acting like it. Alright, is that it?
Half completed? Or half unfinished?
Double globules, heart tethers, and huge chaos dam.
Drown in a
All right, we're double
glob.
globbing. 2 globs, please.
This one hungers.
Boss has a lot of hit points. Alright, the last boss this time will be the easiest one. Is the flappy fly man, the Chimera. That's good news.
Understandable if you're a little tired.
Grasping vines, recovery rate low,
Continue.
and then lightning runes. Ooh, had to hit the sneeze button. I think I just don't stand in the lightning.
This ends.
I need that energy shield to come back if I get hit.
Don't die.
None can oppose me.
Orb of Augmentation. Next.
I can practically see your
Boundary contains turrets. Bosses deal more damage and take less. Well, that's no good. Pyramid objects appear. Oh, the corrupted blood fucking destroys me. Ah, jeez. I think I take the lightning turrets, but that sucks. I'll take the stupid turrets, I guess.
Sink into the bowels of nothing.
I'll let the record show I'm not too thrilled about it.
Offer up their lives.
Sink into the bowels of nothing. Offer up their lives. Alright, go find the thing. Oh no, wait, this isn't go find the thing. This is kill the guys in the circle. And stand in the place where the lightning isn't. And also where the lightning from the sky isn't. And also where the blood pools aren't. And also where the creatures aren't attacking, and where the blood from the sky isn't. Not really a bullet hell player, but here I am forced to be. Oh, I got knocked down. That's bad. Ooh, I sneezed again. Alright, that group is done. Work complete. And finally, we got monsters gain increased skill speed. That's bad. That's very dangerous. Monsters gain Giga Chaos damage. And Grasping Vines. Okay, I might end up ruining this for myself, but I think it's skill speed. I know it's never skill speed, but it's the Chimera. And he's not immune to stun. So, hear me out. I think it's skill speed, even though it's never skill speed. And I'm aware of that. Like, if it was the tornado boss, okay. But instantly flies up. Okay, so that is the problem. Is the instantly flying up and deciding to instantly fly up. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Oh, and he landed up there. Okay, I thought he was gonna land elsewhere, and now I'm knocked down. Okay, where is he? The boss is where? Right, are you up here again? No? Okay. I'll find him. I'll find the boss. He's here somewhere. There he is. Okay. Hello, sir. Nope. No. Okay, he flew away. Yeah, this is what I get for choosing skill speed. There you are. And he flew up again. Sure. Fine. Stunned. I'm dead. Okay.
To your inevitable downfall.
Yeah, all you had to do was, like, stop flying for 1 fucking second. There we go. Okay, easy game. We got to the end. Yeah, I guess flying up is a skill, and I increased the skill speed, right? So I asked for it. Give me the juice.
Make it quick.
All right, thanks a lot, buddy. I'm level 86, which is probably low to fight the Taskmaster, and I got all 4 ascendancies on my last character and the first one, but I can't remember what any of his abilities do. It's been too long. I can't remember what they are. But, I don't know, fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball.
Show me your expression of despair.
The Unseala. I know he stops time and does all sorts of shit. Warrior actually felt pretty good fighting against him.
Well done, challenger. But there is one more trial you must complete. Defeat me.
Oh, and you gotta avoid some red shit on the ground, and he does combos. He's big. Away from that, probably. Stunned.
Prejudice infuriates.
Get him, team. Okay, there, and there, so I have to go this way. Move out of that way of that. Easy. I can't believe they let adults play this game. It's for children.
And my service continues.
Thanks for the loot.
Make it quick.
I think not.
Molded Miats? Sure. Lesser Euler's Orb. I mean, it's tier 2, I don't care, right?
Speak.
Anyway, good shit. Tell me about the temple. I'll take my 4th ascendancy, please. What have we here? When you become ignited when you deal a crit. No, I don't crit. That's nothing. Max Mana is replaced by twice as much maximum Infernal Flame. Gain Infernal Flame instead of spending mana for skill costs. Take maximum life and energy shield as fire damage when Infernal Flame reaches the maximum. You lose it all on reaching the maximum. And it's lost per second. Sounds like babysitting. Fucking annoying. Demon form looks cool, right? Increased cast speed, life loss per second. Oh, I remember what that does. Yeah, okay. Nope, I just want to give up more of my maximum life for, let's see, probably energy shield. Yeah, I'll take a bunch of energy shield. So we go from 5,000 to 6,000 at the cost of like, I don't know, 500 life or so. Worth it. Now, where was I traveling? Oh yeah, I was traveling towards the even yet more energy shield area. Sure.
Power of
Hey, we're 87. Big. Extra thick. Anyway, so that's how to beat the 4th Chaos Ascendancy as a pet class. First try, got all the way to the last boss guy and died to a bleed. Second try, just blew everything up, including the last guy. I'll do a written guide later. I'll do a written guide on how to beat the last guy and all his mechanics. They are, your pets will kill him 100 to 0 as long as you use this ability and this ability. Puts red things on the ground, don't stand in them. Click like and subscribe.
Have you found more? If you must.
8-4-G. Lose all rage on reaching max rage. -1 max rage. Gain 2 random charges on reaching max rage. What's a charge? Oh. Spending and... There are 3 types of charges. Endurance, Frenzy, and Power. Okay. This thing was like colored super bright. It had like a super bright color because of the loot filter I'm using, and so maybe it's worth something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, I'll put the funny hat back because that thing dropped at the end. Ixchel's Torment. Supports skills which trigger other skills. Skills triggered by supported skills have their damage, area of effect, and projectile speed randomly raised or lowered when triggered, as well as recovering a random amount of their cost. Sounds terrible. Hey, congratulations, or sorry to hear that, but I ain't reading it. And then we got nice Chaos Resistance Soul Core, that's worth. Faster start, the energy shield stuff, sure, sounds good. Max mana, trash. And then I got some more ultimatum. Ooh, a corrupted ultimatum. Arcanist's inscribed ultimatum of glaciation. Sacrifice of the 20 Arcanist's etchers to receive double on trial completion. Interesting. I didn't know you could enchant these things. Am I dumb? Oh, you can't. Okay. It's only if you corrupt them. Yeah, I could have been enchanting these the whole time.
What is it? What do you need?
Guide better be in ASCII or I ain't reading it. Oh, it'll be like that. Yeah. Looks like... It'll look like because it was just copied from a notepad file on Windows 98. Have an entire ASCII picture at the top. Got to do it classic style. So should I do that same thing on my warrior now? I guess he needs his 4th ascendancy too. Problem is, even though my warrior is my main and higher level, he's also considerably worse. So I don't know, maybe not. My warrior can definitely not two-shot the chaos thing. If we return to map. Alright, now that I've sanctified this area, let's pick up all the cleansed crystalline healing juice. Which I forget what they even do, but that's kind of why I cleared the area out, just to see. Yeah, you're right, Nathaniel. Chimera is the least bad because it's only annoying, but it's not like going to one-shot you out of nowhere. That is true. Although if you choose skill speed, it apparently just continuously flies over and over. I remember in the first season on my warrior, I ended up having to fight the Chimera boss. And I didn't know what I was doing yet. So I was just choosing, you know, options, whatever. It was the first time I did Chaos. And I had chosen skill speed and energy shield. And so at the time, the Chimera boss would fly up in the air for a long time, long enough to regenerate his entire energy shield, which was double his whole life total. And then he would land for about 3 seconds and then fly in the air again and regenerate double his life in energy shield again. And I was a warrior with only melee attacks. I literally couldn't, I never got through the energy shield by when he landed. And he would just fly again. And I kept like, oh, I'm going to reorganize my cooldowns and save them for this thing or that thing. His stun would also completely go away, so all my stun progress was lost. And I did that for like 5 or 6 minutes. I was in no danger ever of dying. And I just had to leave, like I teleported out. He was undefeatable. And I was like, alright, now I know. I've learned a valuable lesson today. Am I dead? Am I dead here? Oh. Gotta give these guys their AoE back. That's the reason. I had them still on Heft Gaming. You know, sometimes I wonder, speaking of your ASCII comment, I haven't been to Game Facts in, like, forever. I wonder if they carry their traditions onward, you know, like a real culture. Like, if someone makes a brand new guide for some game that just came out, right? Like, oh, here's the 100% guide for Dragon's Dogma 2 or whatever. When they post it on Game Facts, do they make an ASCII for it? Because that's what their ancestors did, and it's just how you do things to keep the traditions alive. I wonder. Okay. I can't remember what this does when you cleanse it. When you cleanse the area. Like, it forms the white crystals, you know, but what does it actually do? The creatures here aren't dropping anything. They don't look any different. Maybe there needs to be a boss on the map or something, and then the boss drops something special. Suppose I could look it up in a GameFAQs article.
Yes? Have you found more? I serve.
No.
Deal is made. So it is.
We'll look it up. Oh, well, they don't drop waystones, I guess. 2 left. I can buy more, and I will.
Of course.
Thank you. Alright, damage, penetrate elemental, that's gonna hurt. Cursed elemental weakness, and a bunch of other stuff, that's gonna hurt. Minus 10 max player resistances, and then damage and stuff, that's gonna hurt. Alright, all this stuff's gonna hurt, but it's fine. Fine. Alright, cleansed. The area has been cleansed. Hold up. What does cleanse map even do? I can't remember. Cleanse maps are a special reward for completing a corrupted nexus. Once you defeat the nexus boss, blah blah. Less punishing than their corrupted counterparts, these newly purified areas are still dangerous. Okay. Fight new foes and discover rare rewards. Okay, there wasn't any of that. Cleanse maps offering their own rewards. Players must choose clear all the corrupted first or whatever. Yeah, but what is the rewards? Cleanse enemies drop fracturing orbs. Powerful crafting items that lock one. Oh, it's that thing. Yeah, I remember that thing. But you can do a whole map and just not get one. It's just a maybe. Okay. Okay, makes sense. I knew it dropped fracturing orbs somehow, but I wasn't sure how, and I guess it just sometimes it drops. And you can do a whole map and not see them. Hey, alright. You got unlucky. Or maybe they're rare enough that you don't even expect one per map or something like that.
Now. None can oppose.
Which would be kind of shit. think purifying might be the way to go. Depends. I'll look at the... I wonder how much fracturing orbs are worth. I know I used them last season. And I had this, I had this two-hander with +6 to all melee skills, fracture locked in. And then I spent the rest of the league re-rolling the other stuff, and it never became even remotely usable. And then the league was just over. And eventually it got to the point, and it actually got this way kind of quickly, that there was no way for me to afford any meaningful crafting mats because the inflation was just insane. That's typically my experience with PoE leagues. Is starts out very fun and the economy seems to work, like you can get stuff and then trade stuff, and then after something like 2 weeks, inflation's hitting it like you can no longer do anything. Oh, you want a divine orb? That'll be 2,700 exalted or some nonsense like that. And you're just like, all right, I guess I now have to rely on 100% in-game crafting systems you can do yourself, which admittedly are much better this season. So I'm feeling better about that potential. You know, I was so close to that guy. I might as well get him right. Crafting is light years ahead of where it was. Yeah, it's huge. Really liking the Abyss stuff. I mean, ask me again in a week and a half when every meaningful Abyssal crafting mat is impossible to afford for the average person, which it'll probably get like that. But still. Can't look a gift horse in the mouth here. Abyss shit is super fun. I even like the weird ones, that one Abyss thing that converts all 6 of the affixes into just random shit and corrupts it. Like, that's even fun to gamble on. I like to do it on the mirror, on the rings you get from the mirror island. In fact, that's how I made this chest that I have on. It's either this one or my warrior's chest. I can't remember which one. The problem is you can't really do it for amulets. I guess that's a downside. I was going to do it on an amulet, and then I'm like, wait, it corrupts it. Like, you're gonna have to, like, put the infusion on it first. Just banking on it randomly being good, I'm not that lucky. This is the first league where I have put 0, whatever it's called, infusion on my amulet. Both characters, almost level. I'm like 92 on my warrior and almost 90 on this person. And neither of them have any passive skill on their amulets. And I would always do that several times the first season and the second season. But this one, that was not possible. Usually you can get away with doing it early when the prices still make any goddamn sense. But not this time. Like, oh, what do I want to put on it? Oh, an isolation. Oh, how much is that? The double-digit divs? Okay, well, that's it. Not putting anything on the amulet, I guess. Oh, anoint. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's like, well, I could put this on it. What does it need? Fear isolation or something. I'm like, oh, how much would that cost? An amount of currency that you couldn't get in a month. Okay, cool. Well, how about my second choice? Also isolation. Okay. Third choice, same. Alright, fuck it. I guess I'll just run around with a normal amulet this season. You know, on Warrior, I take all the don't become stunned, don't become frozen stuff on charms, but I think as a wizard type, it might be bleeds and poisons, just stuff that can kill you underneath your energy shield, maybe. Thinking about it. The more I play. The first, like, range character I've really played, so I'm kind of learning stuff on it. I'm learning how dog shit easy every trial is. Holy. Like, playing through all the trials on Warrior, both Chaos and the one where you have to do like a no-hit run. I thought the trials were so hard, so challenging. And everyone was complaining about them, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I kind of get it. Like, they're really hard. And the Chaos one is just super, right? It's just so random. You need good affixes, right, and all this other stuff. But now I've done it on a single ranged character, which is this pet class. And it's so easy. It's so who's complaining about this?
What do you need?
The Knight Errant Male Sabatons. It's trash. Armor, energy, max life, mana, resist, something, yeah, whatever.
The deal is made.
The fuck ever. Ooh, hey, I got an Orb of Chance. That's cool. I think I have one of those. I think I already have one of those things that makes an Orb of Chance worth using. What's it called? Omen of the Ancients. Your next Orb of Chance will upgrade the item to a random unique instead of destroying it, so you will get at least a unique out of the deal. I ran out of white stellar amulets, though. So I guess I'll just bank it for now. I'll deal with that later. You're level 78 on your Poison Pathfinder, and you're just now hitting the you must figure out your defenses wall. Yeah. That's a pretty high level to first time need to figure that out. Trials are actually super fun and farmable on ranged. Yeah, like I just did it. I was 86 on this lady, and I'm like, I'll finally do the 4th Ascendancy. And the first time I tried it, I got all the way to the last one and then died to a bleed. And then I just beat everything on the second one. I was like, alright. It's that easy. Are you farming a specific mechanic for currency, or are you just going with the flow? I'm kind of just like exploring. I finally made an alt. Usually other seasons I focused just on the warrior and went and did pinnacles and stuff like that on the Smith-Gatava guy. But this time I'm just taking her easy. I'm doing stuff. Actually just meandering around like the opposite of blasting. Because I got to like 92 on the warrior, and I went back to, I chose Titan this season because it seemed like Smith got nerfed too hard, and so I'm like, I don't want to do Smith again. And I don't like totems. Like totems and war cries, it's just not my type of class fantasy for a warrior guy, I guess. And they said they were adding 150 new passives and a bunch of notables and stuff. And so I'm like, well, damn, okay, if you're going to add 150 new passives, I'll play the Titan, which makes passives good, right? Because he gets a 50% bonus. So it made sense to me, even though everyone was saying Warrior sucks. This season, don't play Warrior, armor's terrible. They tried to buff it, but it won't work. Like, that's what everybody basically said leading up to the season. And I played it. It actually felt pretty good, felt pretty defensive. I don't think anyone was expecting percent armor adds to your resistances numbers to be quite so high, and they really were. You can get 40 to 50 of it per piece, basically. That's a much higher percent than people were imagining. But even though it takes effect, before armor, or before resistances, I should say, it still ended up being noticeably good defensively, which I also wasn't prepared for. But then I'm like, hey, Warrior feels pretty good this season, even if the damage is very low. But maybe it's just because I was used to having the deepest tower, which they took out. And all the, like, execute nodes and stuff like that. Hey, lightning, can you stop? Can you stop with the lightning? Somebody shoot that guy. Thank you. Anyway, I'm like, this still feels pretty good. But it's hard to say that if you have nothing to compare it to. Like, okay, it felt pretty good. But I was getting set up for it to feel terrible, so, like, how is it? And it was at that moment that I'm like, well, I've never played any other class. So let's get something to compare it to. So I rolled a witch, and I'm like, I'm going to do a minion witch thing. And I feel two ways about it. The witch feels very fragile. Like, it feels like at any moment I could just simply explode if I'm hit by a random anything. But that's how I feel on Warrior as well, and the Warrior is undoubtedly way more durable than the Witch is. The difference is the Warrior, because of the melee playstyle, is forced to put himself in crazy harm's way absolutely non-stop in order to do any damage at all. And the Witch really isn't. So, the Witch can afford to just goof off and just roll all over the place while everything dies. But if you ever get legitimately hit, you're just dead. Whereas the Warrior is like 3 times as durable. But he has to put himself in risky situations constantly. So he ends up feeling about as fragile, interestingly enough. And I don't know how people do it because I have never played a Astra before. But I'm looking at other streamers and stuff, and whenever they're playing a wizard, they have like literally 12,000 energy shield or higher, and I don't know how they do that, but I mean, I have 6,000. That feels like a lot compared to my armor and hit point character. Like, you gotta do some pretty advanced shit to get more than maybe 3,000, 4,000 health. And this bum-ass alt is chilling on 6,000 without even really knowing what she's doing. So there is a discrepancy there. There's a spirit too, huh? Somebody shoot that guy. Thank you. A big part of it is gems to get 10k plus. Oh, jewels. You mean like passive tree jewels? Or do you mean gems like skill gems? Or do you mean gems like the ones you put in your gear? Jewels, okay. I didn't know, I guess I didn't consider that you could roll energy shield on jewels. That makes sense though. I haven't seen one, but it makes sense that you could. Are the numbers high on it? Is it like, jewels seem to have very low rolls on stuff, like 10%, 15% max on stuff, at least from perusing rubies. Or maybe it's like unique gems that are super rare that drop off of pinnacles or something, that every node in a circle gives you X% whatever, just totally overpowered stuff. It could be that, maybe. You get 20% energy shield mods. That's a lot. Well, relatively speaking. I don't think you can roll life on gems at all. Anyway, I guess that makes sense. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to do that. I'll keep an eye out for him. Like energy shield, minion damage, something. Alright, Spirit, what do you got for me? That guy? Cool. Okay, they're called charmed shoes. You should be able to put a charm in them. I'm just saying. False advertising. Okay, up here. You ever get to the point where you're just kind of like running around and then you, for whatever reason, remember that maps are like goal oriented and you should be looking for the last rare and you just weren't even thinking about that? Like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to fight rares. Hold on. You're looking at it on POE2 DB. You can get up to 20% max ES on sapphires. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure they're already super expensive too. Oh man, and here I've been talking to Twitch chat. Hey, 10 minutes ago, apologies YouTube guys. Hey, HeyWoah, first time tuning in a while. Not sure you've seen or commented on the new Ogre rumors. What are your thoughts? I reacted to them 2 days ago on stream. I think it was, I want to say it was Wednesday. Somebody from chat was like, hey, what do you think about the Ogre news? And I'm like, what? And they said, yeah, you know, in your Discord that you own, in the channel for news and leaks, there is news and leaks of ogres. You didn't click on your own channel and your own Discord. And I'm like, look, man, I've been busy. And then, you know, we had a fun little thing about it. But yeah, it looks great. I can't believe it's true because we saw it in the in that picture. The gut plate. We saw it. I mean, I really hope it's not just a foot hero and the rumors are false or something like that. But I'm feeling excited for the first time in 2 editions. That's hyperbole, but it kind of feels like it sometimes. Fire Slayers very deserve a second wave, and they have for a long time. And ogres are the oldest models now that Skaven just got their big update. Although, actually, Skaven does still have some wicked old shit, and it's embarrassing. But ogres is the only army left that is basically all fantasy battle stuff. It's not Age of Sigmar stuff. It's just leftovers, right? And so I knew it was only a matter of time until we get a refresh or shit canned into Old World. And I was hoping it was a refresh, but I wasn't sure. And now that I know it is a refresh and we're not getting shit canned into Old World, that's a weight off my shoulders, I gotta tell you what. Because I was giving it a 50-50. I'm like, actually, we're flipping a coin to see whether I experience some of those layoffs just into the Old World, or we get a refresh. And I know that nobody on the design team plays ogres. I have it on good info that that's the case. And so I'm like, do we have anybody in the company pulling for us? You know, we need some lobbyists in there. But I guess not. And so, really, it's great news. It's entirely too late for suggestions or anything like that, and they wouldn't give a shit what I thought about anyway. Especially aesthetically. They let the artists seemingly just kind of do whatever they want. But I'm hoping they AOSify them. You know? Look, the past is the past, and that other game is that other game. You know? Reinvent, reimagine, you know, get creative with it. Take risks, get messy. You know, go all in on that Age of Sigmar, maybe a little too creative. We're trying something neat, you know, with the ogres. Instead of just like a graphical update from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 5 for the sculpts and then leave it at that. Some armies I think that's proper to do for. Skaven, for instance. Skaven's aesthetic is basically perfect. You just need to update the graphics, you know, and come up with a new cool guy or two or whatever. But the aesthetics, you got it. They're in, you know. And Slaves to Darkness was the same way. Slaves to Darkness, the aesthetic is perfect. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just give them the Unreal 5 engine, you know, instead of being a side scroller, as far as sculpts are concerned. And then there you go. Ogres. Look, sometimes you should reinvent the wheel and just see what comes out. Don't worry about, oh, it's always been this way, you know, those fateful words. Get it out of here. Out with the old, in with the new. That's my opinion on ogres. And it's not like that for every army. I think it's like that for Fire Slayers as well, though. I'm not saying give them all blue jeans or anything like that, but dude, give them some Magmadroth cavalry, give them some, like, forge stuff. You know, maybe make a robot or a golem or something like that. Go nuts. Do some shit. Alright, when they're glowing gold, I think they're invincible. I think that's an invincibility thing, maybe? Here, fight that guy over there. How do we shoot that guy? Anyway, that's my thoughts. I heard, well, according to that one website post, we're getting new Mournfang, which I'm super excited about. Because I like the concept of Mournfang, and I was wondering whether or not the Everwinter would still even be a thing. And if we're keeping Mournfang, then at least there's going to be... Beastclaw probably survives, which is nice. I think that was the only Beastclaw unit that they talked about was Mournfang. Which is very sad. Because I really wanted to see a Frost King or a Frost Titan or a Frost Lord or a Thunder Tusk, like with a new shit on it, you know, like a new take on it. I know they're fairly recent. They came just before the end times. But that's 12 years ago or something like that. It's getting there. So anyway, it's mostly good news, and I'm hyped for it. Yeah, 4th edition battle tomes. Everybody knows I don't like them. It's no secret. No secret. I think the rules that all the armies get are boring, homogenous, safe. You know. Not enough of them, not enough choices, not enough impactful things. Too many roll a D3, 2 up, nothing happens shit. Too many once per army things. Not enough choices, sub-factions turned into things. I have my complaints, right? But we're talking about models. We're talking about sculpts. Get those, paint them up real nice, have some hobby time with them. They can't take that away. The rules will get good eventually, or not, and you'll suck forever, whatever, you know. If the models are cool, they will carry you longer than otherwise, you know. Even if it is very frustrating when awesome looking models sit on a shelf forever because they're always terrible, obviously. How about a named hero? I would expect at least 2 named heroes, at least. I would figure 1 for Beastclaw, 1 for Gutbusters. But then again, could very well be the case that there's no such distinction anymore. Maybe it's the full combine, you know, they're fully combined up, there's no difference. Yeah, that could be the case too. They could do anything. Anything could happen. Anything could happen, even basically nothing. What a monstrous waystone. And it starts with temporal chains and elemental weakness. Nope. I'll never run that. Oh, there is a named... I think they said in the post that there might be a named hero. What's her name? Like, Big Bertha from One Piece, except an ogre. Pirate? Something like that. Where's the thing? Unique man-eater, female man-eater, war master. Yeah. So giant man-eater lady from One Piece, and a unique butcher who's on a war machine. And a unique tyrant who counts as a monster. And she's the daughter of Glob Glittermaw, which, as we know, is the leader of the Meat Fist Maw tribe, the one that won the Civil War against the Boulderhead Alfrestun, to my chagrin. So we're getting some lore in there too. Daughter of Garl Glittermaw, but you know, I think Glob Glittermaw is I'm pretty sure he's the leader of the Meat Fist Maw tribe. If I IRC correctly, if I got my lore not mixed up.
Like being back home.
Wait, did it say Garl Glittermaw or Glob? I thought his name was Glob Glittermaw. Oh yeah, it is Glob. That's just a typo in chat. Got it. Are these just rumors or is there a good source? Both. They are rumors from a source that has been exactly correct in the past. But it's just text, you know, on a forum. But then what we did see is one of their like image previews on Games Workshop's website. Like, oh, here's a little tiny snippet of one model. And the tiny image was of a gut plate. Like, clearly, unmistakably a gut plate. So we know ogres are guaranteed coming. We just don't know exactly how extensive. If the rumor is to be believed, it's almost a full refresh of half of the army. If the rumor is fake, then it's going to be 1 foot hero, and I'll have like a telephone number ogre players can call, and I can tell them everything's going to be all right, and you know, talk to your kids, just coping mechanisms. My bad, spreading misinfo about Garl is pretty cool lore background. No big deal. I consider it a typo. I can't expect people to know the name of some guy only mentioned in the most recent. Well, it actually wasn't the most recent. I think he was in the last one. But yeah, it's buried deep within the ogre book. Who reads that, right? Most of the players don't even own the battle tomes or read them. They just get the rules off of the Russian website. So like in general, I wouldn't even expect an ogre player to know who that guy was by just reading his name. However, I am a fucking nerd, and so I did. But I don't expect other people to. You know, most people make their dudes anyway, right? Your guys. I think this tapers off. Yeah, it does. I just wanted to see. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Rooting for you as a Sylvaneth player. Oh, I get it. That's how you feel with new Chorfs. They got their own AOS spin and you don't mind it. Yeah, they kept it pretty. I was surprised. I thought if they brought Chorfs back, they would be, I'm not going to say almost unrecognizable, but I figured they would be very different. Because that's what happened with OBR. You know, OBR started out as let's remake Tomb Kings, except reimagine it from the very beginning. Like instead of Egypt, we'll do a little bit of Persia, a little bit of Japan, a little bit of, you know, Germany, a little bit of Prussia, right? Like a grab bag instead of just Egypt. And then change this, change that. And then by the end of it, you can't even tell that it used to be a Tomb King idea. That's going to be hard to get through that area there. I'm used to standing in these beams and nothing happens on my warrior. Well, alright. That didn't work out. I'm talking too much about AOS. Who knew you have to pay attention even when you're playing a minions class sometimes. Hey, alright. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about the Chorfs. Yeah, I was surprised they kept it as similar to the old Chorfs as they did. Also taking maps that are like damage, and lower resists too. I guess I'm kind of asking for it. I wonder how similar it'll be. At least the gut plate part of it really did look like just a graphical update, but not really a artistic reinvention of any sort. Just poly count increase, you know, whatever you want to call it. Which is fine for their iconic gut plates. You can change a lot, but you don't have to change everything. One of the things I hope is the size. I hope we get on the train of the size creep, because Stormcast have size creeped a lot of shit, and ogres are looking kind of small here and there sometimes. Make them fucking huge. Not like that new tyrant we got, who's actually small. The little, like, halfling ogre hunter guy. That guy looked awful. The guy who my picture is of, that I don't like. He's just a little guy. I think they're going to do my idea. Long ago, I had an idea, and this was like, I was talking about this on stream and like, or not on stream, but I think in a YouTube video or something, in like 2nd edition, I'm like, what they need to do with man-eaters is just release man-eaters except AOSified. Where you have a man-eater squad of 3 guys, and all 3 of them look like they're from other armies, except they're from Age of Sigmar armies. You got a guy who paints himself up as an ogre version of a fire slayer, and he's got like a mohawk and stuff, but just big. Have a giant zombie-looking one that uses a shovel as a weapon. Have one with like a bunch of fish friends. Like a bunch of fish and eels around him, like he's a honorary Eidnet Deepkin guy. Like, just go to the different AOS army cultures and have ogres essentially cosplaying them for your man-eater squads. I think that'd be fun. You can make a Stormcast one in like Stormcast golden armor that's like very just not fitting him because he's simply too big. Potential squatting of the 2019 Tyrant, if that's true, might indicate an aesthetic or size shift. Yeah, that's true. You know what? It would be the first celebration of a squatting of a very recent model that I would be doing. Normally, I don't like that. For obvious reasons. Like, GW games especially are tending to train their audience to expect to play with the same model unupdated for 30 years or whatever. And so coming out with like Sarcosanct and just shit-canning them right away really rubbed me the wrong way. But with the Tyrant specifically, I'd be fine with it. Because he's entirely too small, the size is all wrong, and he's actually kind of boring. And look, I own one. That's fine. You can get rid of it, no big deal. And plus you'll be able to use it as it counts as for the captain of some glutton squad or something anyway. Plus, we got the Gorgers, as you recall. They came out with those new Gorgers. And the new Gorgers are fucking big. They are not small. So if the size is anything close to that, good. Ooh, preserved Jawbone. That is the rare one for amulets, rings, and belts. I've been looking for one of those. Because the worst piece of equipment on my entire body is my amulet. My amulet is terrible. I've been meaning to try to upgrade it. And I don't like to just simply buy stuff. I like to try to make it first. You know? Like, give it a good 4 or 5 tries, waste a whole bunch of currency and time, and it never makes anything that you want. And then finally you end up trading for it, right? But I want to like try to interact with their mechanics first before giving up, right? Sometimes you actually do end up making something worth it. It's really rare. I did on this character, right? Yeah, I made this helmet. Crafted it from it being a little tiny baby. It had minion skills. It had minion skill levels and max life, I think. And so, you know, it's possible to make stuff. This guy is invincible. He's not taking damage. I'm not sure why. I've broken his armor and it didn't do anything. All damage shocks. Extra fire. Proximal tangibility. Oh, proximal tangibility. So I need to get close to him probably, right? If I'm able. All I had to do was read the little tiny words. Proximal tangibility. That made sense. I hope there's not one that's the opposite of that, where you have to be far away to damage it. I don't know what my warrior would do. They wouldn't be so cruel. Oh, cool. Nice. This is one of the abysses that has the boss guy at the end. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Lucky. Got him. Ulamax Invitation. Cool Umax. Gotten 3 of these so far. They're cool. I should go fight that guy. Probably a... It's probably a, pinnacle level boss, though. Like, I can just beat up the chaos guy and everything, but I don't know if I can do pinnacles on this thing. Like, she'll just die. Well, I got 3 of them. Maybe I'll see what it's like. There we go, they unbugged themselves. Sometimes when you switch between the Abyss Zone and the normal one, all of your pets are like stuck in the same exact pixel. And they like kind of can't move and start rotating towards people, and they won't like move towards enemies. And you have to like run really far and have them essentially like respawn next to you as they do when you move too far, and then it usually figures itself out after that. But it's happened once or twice. Seems to only happen with specters. The Weedry's Undoing. Excuse me? Which one's that? I don't know any of these by name yet. Yo, which one was that? Supported skills create cursed ground. Damn. I've gotten a lot of those. I think I've gotten probably 5 or 6 of the what are they called? Lineage skills or lineage gems. And they are not good. They are horrible. Supposedly there are good ones, and the ones that are good seem like, it seems like, damn, you're gonna let players do that like that strong, you know? But they must be rare. Oh, it's the guy with the cool animations, the wiggly guy. I like him. Got him.
gold is worth more than this.
Physical damage is pinning. That's actually interesting. Pinning is a lot better than people think it is.
Collect more other
There. Put that. The others. Poison on hit. Break armor a lot. Temporal chains. Hey, alright.
if you must. Go then.
You know what? It's a stream. Let's do content. I'm gonna put this in my inventory. I'm gonna switch out to the single target gem. Put these in the stash. Let's see how hard the pinnacle guy is. I'm level 87. I'm an alt. How bad could it be? Oh wait, actually, you know what? I'm so close to leveling, I should just get the level really quick, right? But real quick, I should just get the level. Since we're 4 bubbles away. And then after that, we'll try the pinnacle guy. And see him for the first time. How hard is it? I'm guessing it's too hard for this witch. But I don't know, we'll see. Alright, we'll do this one. Make sure there's a ton of shit in it. Hardwood target.
Now.
A blue, it's just a tentacle, and it's still a blue mob. That's funny. Special monster, just a tentacle.
None can oppose me.
Oh cool, one of the boss summoner things. I love these. They're fun. You just summon a boss. How nice is that? Melt wax got melted. Huckster's jacket. Tier 3 evasion. plus tier 2 evasion, plus energy shield, lightning, and reduced ignite duration, with an open suffix to fish for something. Level 62 though. Sure, well, let's fight the boss. This guy. Oh, I mistimed it. I mistimed it. Precursor Tabolet. Which one? Which one is it? Season of the Hunt. Map bosses are hunted by Asmiri spirits. Sure. Alright. Just called Season of the Hunt. From the hit season, Season of the Hunt. Well, okay, not really a hit season, but...
Another corpse to serve me.
Another corpse to serve me.
Obey me.
Wrong box.
Something special, I hope.
Nice.
Go on. Yes, I have many services. Take our gold and go. Find more breach remnants for my research.
Alright, back in. Should level in this zone, probably. Maybe not.
There is still time to walk away.
Nice. I can't remember what those guys are called. Intruders, or I don't know. Whatever the fake player character that shows up and tries to kill you is called. I think they're cool.
Another corpse to serve me.
Oh, might not level up this snap. I might need another one. Just barely. Yep. Alright, I thought it would be one. I guess it's two. But it's like just barely two.
What is it?
What's the marrow zone, I wonder? Oh, it's this one. Okay.
None can oppose me.
Really? Druidic focus? Calling with my emotions. You're calling something a druidic focus and you didn't even come out with druid. Can't wait though. I imagine druid will be the next season. And it'll be the endgame season, which is going to be very fascinating. Can't wait. Like, POE2 came out, and I'm like, damn, I don't know which one I'm going to play. Either Druid or Paladin. And then I looked at the starting classes, and I'm like, okay, neither of them. Hey, it'll be a Warrior. I'll just play Warrior until they give me Druid and or Paladin. No big deal.
Death is my power to heal.
Hey, there we go. Alright, and now I exactly get recharge rate and everything like that. That should be helpful on the boss. And I won't lose too much experience because I'm just having just basically leveled up. And I figure I'm gonna die on the boss a bunch. The dog was just absolutely hoovering them across the battlefield there.
Obey me.
Sure, I'll pick them up. Alright, the last few rares, I guess. Might as well since we're here. Checkpoint. Won't be juicing that one up. I don't care. I juice the researchers ones up because I want materials a lot more than I want any sort of actual gear or item.
Death is my power to wield.
Spirit. Let's meander our way towards whatever elite. Alright, that should about do it.
What is it? We need to collect. I have many services.
102 is a pretty decent roll. Such a shame it's level 62.
Take our gold.
Or 5. Wait, why am I selling stuff? Excuse me?
More otherworldly remnants.
Thought I was in the stash already. Alright, maybe that's a project. Probably not. Blackheart Iron Ring. Sure. Put those away. Switch this to heft. And we'll see how hard the pinnacle guy is. I imagine probably too hard for this witch, but we'll see. Jump. Give in. Press X to leap.
me do that.
Who, me? The invitation. Bong. Oh, cool guy. Oh, there he is. There's no way he's this easy. Really? Oh, I see it. Alright, what do we got here? Grip of Kulamak, Abyssal Signet, inflict Abyssal Wasting on hit. What's that? Doesn't say. Reduce presence, reduce light radius. Feel a lich's power or take the finger and end the encounter. Oh, you're like it's like a crafting fight. That's cool. No, I don't want this item. Fucking sucks. Manamu's Deceit. What else can we do? Oh, we just choose between Ulaman, Kurgol, and a Manamu. A Manamu has the good affixes for spirit, so I'll steal the Deceit. Oh, he's back.
Is that supposed to impress me?
He's dead. I assume we get to do that over and over. Okay, so it adds on to it. Oh, cool. Okay. It's too bad because a lot of my build is based on presence, so it's weird that this... I would already be throwing this ring away. Let's do a Manu again. Can I do the same one again? Oh, I can. I can do triples. Cool. Puts those things on the ground. I'm trying to see like what he does during this because I imagine he'll do something based on that and a lot more. Steal the power or take the finger. Nope. Nope. Stealing the power. Getting the slurp juice. Alright, a little more durable this time. Freeze the whole area. Fight the Vessel of Kulamak at full strength. Or take this ring. Nope. Alright, we fight for real. Real shit. Oh, what's this? What do the portals mean? Do I have to get in the light? I assume. So this is awkward because all of my minions were trapped on the other side of the room and could never fight him. That's unfortunate. The downside to minions. Now I know. Now I know how it works. Oh wait, I get another chance? Interesting. He's just on the other side. Can I go over to his side? Yeah. No. I'm just trapped on this side. Can I even fight him? Yeah, okay. Okay. He doesn't have a life bar at the top of the screen. I don't know. I don't know how close to dead he is. But I know how close to dead I am. Alright, I don't understand his mechanics at all. I'm taking damage and I don't see where it's from. I see there's green stuff on the ground. That's a problem. So I probably just have to fight him in a corner and like slowly kite him, I guess. Splitting the room in half does suck for if the bugs are on the wrong side. Can I run in these? No, I can't. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Okay, I just had to figure out the portal thing, and then we're good. Hey, it only took me 3 tries. I thought I might not be able to beat him. I guess he's easier than I thought. Cool fight, though. Splitting the room in half was very interesting. It's unfortunate that all of the minions are stuck on the other side. Like that you are uniquely fucked as a minion class if that happens to you. Very interesting. Alright, good shit. What did I get? Darkness Enthroned. It has 3 charm slots. Flask gain charge. Set this bonus attack as though it was gloves. 57% increase. What? It rolls from 50 to 100. Oh, no. Okay, 57 it is. Cool. Having it be gloves, I think, is actually really good. Though, I think I got lucky there. Because for minions... I think there's a minion thing. Maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong. Gloves is good for warrior because you can double up on attack speed. But what we want is probably helmet. This helmet has cost efficiency. Oh yeah, increase reservation efficiency of minions. This one. So what I want is a helmet belt, and what the warrior wants is a glove belt. I think. How much are they? Oh, okay. So, just a normal thing that spirits drop. 335 exalted orbs. What about chaos? 309. Nice. Okay. I'll never get that. Anyway, cool boss. That was sweet. Technically the first pinnacle kill. So hey, not bad.
Have you found I serve.
'Cause I haven't done any of the other ones,
Take our
obviously.
gold and go. The deal is made. Acceptable.
So it's actually good. Max life, strength, fire, cold resist. So it's actually good. Oh, and you get the ring too at the end. 8% of damage is extra fire. Hits against you have 27% reduced critical damage bonus. Reduced area, reduced light radius, 24% increased life regeneration rate while surrounded. You and allies in your presence have 6% increased cooldown recovery rate. Wow. Every single one of those prefixes and suffixes are hot liquid garbage. Amazing. It's actually impressive. It's actually impressive that none of them are good. Not even one. And not even a little bit. Cool. Hey, alright. Just put it here, I guess. Staff might be good, I'm not sure. This would be a decent warrior belt or something like that. Or mayhap. Cool. Alright, we did the full abyss thing. How nice. Sorry about the late stream that started 2 hours late, but it couldn't be helped. That'll about do it, I think. We're good for this evening. Appreciate people stopping by and hanging out and painting stuff in the meantime. Next stream might be warrior. And all we have to do is, I mean, every day that passes is another day that someone somewhere might get accidentally shipped an ogre battle tome. Man, what a leak day that'll be. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I've been streaming every day for a week now. And I think I'm going to keep doing it for a little while just because I feel like I'm, you know, why break the streak, you know? But I do have to make that YouTube video. Hopefully I'll have time to do that tomorrow. And thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.